There's old Vale, I can't find you, 'cause I'm too slow, not inclined too low. In a dark room, in the lightning, and the crosses in the room. Take me home, take me home, 'cause I'm a dog, always barking, and I can't stop. There's no stopping when August falls and she dances, but she won't call. That's how romance is.
Yeah, so we're in Switzerland at the moment for a tour called Songs from Ireland, Old and New. Myself and Liam O'Connor on the fiddle and John Blake on the flute and the guitar. They're kind of the two lads that I'm doing my slot with. Two lads I've been playing with my whole life. Myself and Liam grew up together in Dublin, and we met John many years ago as well. So we've all recorded together and played together for many years. And then the other people as part of the show is Bronagh Gallagher and Conor Brady, and then Mark Geary, the singer, is with us as well. So I've been familiar with their music. You know, they're fantastic singers, so I've been familiar with their music for years, but I never got a chance to sit down to play with them. So it's been a real pleasure to kind of listen to their songs and have a chance to sit down and have a crack at their music.
We should be aiming to break at 8:45. Right? If we get back on at 9:05, we should, I'm assuming we're looking at finish the show, then an encore, as opposed to finish the show at 10:02 and good night.
Yeah.
We're talking about having an encore space.
Yes.
So if we're back on at 9:05, we need to be looking at finishing at 10:10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we going to go with the lyrics, or do you have a way of...
Carla, is the band still over?
I've been let down.
It's up to you, it's a different way.
I don't.
Are you going to get your axe?
I know it,
Yeah.
but I don't necessarily sing it in sequence.
Okay, no problem. You just tell me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sing.
When will I be loved? Push round. I've been pushed round. Let down. I've been let down. When will I be loved? When I meet a new girl that I want for mine, she always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. Been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved?
The audiences have been incredible because they're incredibly attentive, extremely well behaved. There's no raucous, crazy people, which we love as well. But no, I think they're great listeners, and they're very, they're very grateful that you're there singing your own songs that you've written. And they've been amazing, yeah. And we've met loads of them afterwards. Just lovely, gentle, cool people. Yeah, very cool.
I'm not gonna marry a soldier like you. There's no answer to war. I couldn't bless what you do. And I'm not gonna marry a preacher like you with your ministry of fear. God forgive you, you fool. Trust me, I'll know when to let this heart go. It's not tonight, baby. Not tonight, baby.
I think when you're working with musicians at the level of Sean and Liam and John, their ability to weave in and out of basically soul music that we would write, it's extraordinary to hear it, and you're hearing uilleann pipes against a gospel track, but they're so skilled and they go on to notes that we normally wouldn't go to. They're so brilliant at what they do. They've just actually elevated it to a different place. So it's a great honour, real honour to be playing with them. And obviously Mark Geary's an incredible songwriter and beautiful singer, and coming from the worlds of Van and Dylan and the great folk and soul really tradition, and for us all then to get to play together has been amazing, and we all are singing on each other's tracks, because essentially the traditional world is where it all started, and that has influenced so much the folk music that we know of, an American folk music and Irish and British folk music. So the bases, the nuts and bolts of it are there, and obviously then you're going into my genre, which is soul music, which is folk and soul and rock and roll. They all came later, from these traditions. So it's been amazing, and it's working really well. We're really surprised, and we're all just really getting a great buzz of each other.
Explanation of how this machine works here. I'm referring to the pipes here, the pipes. And Sean might say a few words just to explain to you how they work.
Yeah, well, as Liam said, this instrument's called the pipes. I know, well, we heard some of the music being played, the fantastic music being played outside earlier, so I'm sure there's a good few people in the audience who are well aware how the instrument works. But I'll just explain a very quick crash course on how this instrument works. For anyone who doesn't know, this is called the pipes. Somebody was very drunk, obviously, when they invented them. But The Illan is the Irish word for elbow. So there's the bellows on one arm here. So it's bellows blown rather than bellows blown. Thankfully, because I'm already sweating here with the lights. I don't think I can imagine having to blow into a bag as well. So they're bellows blown on one side, and you pump with the right arm, and the bag here inflates, and once the bag is inflated, you squeeze with the left arm, and the air comes down here, and that's the main part of the instrument called the chanter, and you play the melody on the chanter. There won't be a quiz after or anything, don't worry. And you play the melody on the chanter, and then this part down here are called the drones, and they play a constant note of D, in this case, during the music. And they're similar to the part on the bagpipes, that go up over the shoulder. And then I suppose the part that makes the other pipes very unique is that this part here, where these are all individual notes on the regulators, and if you play them in unison with your wrist, you create chords. So as you're playing, you use your wrist as well. Yeah, so it's a little bit like patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. You don't want to think too hard about it, or it all collapses very quickly. And a few years ago, I was in Newfoundland with my father and my brother played the other pipes as well. And we were in Newfoundland, and we just finished playing a concert, and we were down where the CDs were being sold, and a woman came up to me and she said, have you got any DVDs for sale? And I obviously thought she meant CDs, and I said, well, we have these CDs for sale here if you're interested. And she said, no, I'd like to buy a DVD. And I said, we don't have any DVDs for sale, but do you mind me asking why? And she said, well, I don't really care for your music, but I like watching all the things you have to do.
The songs tour, Irish songs, old and new, I've done, this is my fourth tour with this idea of, they have an incredible appetite, the Swiss seem to have this incredible appetite for traditional Irish music, and we were trying to find a way to introduce them to kind of contemporary music as well, and all the touring I've been doing here, it just seems like a natural fit to get, you know, pipers and fiddle and these great tunes, and somehow meld it into some of the stuff that I'm doing, you know.
And you know that I love you the most. And you know that I love you the most.
I remember talking to a guy, and he made this kind of point about Irish music, old and new. This incredible kind of melancholy about Irish music, and I certainly subscribe to that. It doesn't matter where I go, there's a kind of an ache in what I write about. It's an intuition, or it's just inherent. And I think the way Irish people write, or Irish musicians write, there's even in the happiest moment, there's the kind of a tinge of something. I'm very interested in that. So in the last kind of 3-4 tours of this, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to see, was there a way to, you know, have kind of contemporary kind of singer-songwriter stuff, and the blend has been incredible, because it's just, I just think my songs just have this other voicing that feels absolutely authentic, and it's really kind of thrilling to me to hear, you know, low whistles and pipes and with this kind of music that I'm writing. So that's the reason we're here, to try, almost as an experiment, to see whether people can respond to it. Now the last kind of 2 or 3 nights have been incredible. The kind of reaction to it, you know, fantastic. So I'm really thrilled that I'm part of this thing, you know.
Conor Brady, everybody. Unbelievable.
Switzerland has been just such a brilliant country to visit. They're so generous. They're very gentrified people, and you're extremely well looked after, and they have a huge sense of absorption for our music. They really want to be entertained. They love traditional music, and I think our genres then of the soul and the rock and roll and the folk, it's something that they haven't really come across before, so they're incredibly open, and it's been received really, really well. So they obviously love to bring music in from outside, and it's been great. It's been a really warm response. They're very classy people.
That'll break me, takes a lot for me to fall. Oh, you got me shaking, baby. Waking in the night, wondering what I did. You're not next to me. Yeah.
We're bringing basically 3 quite different genres of music, but all Irish music written in Ireland. And we are here as a one-man show, all of us performing our stuff and threading all the different backgrounds and genres of music together. So it just works really beautifully and really simply. So we're representing our own music, but old and new music, and obviously the ancient, stunning, traditional genre music, and we're mixing it all through our own.
Oh, it's been fantastic so far. As you can see, it's roasting out today, and we're surrounded in the snow. It's some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen, and I mean the crowds have been fantastic. They've been so receptive to the music, and yeah, it's really energising when you see their reactions to when you're playing, and they're clapping along and singing along, and yeah, it's been infectious so far. Fantastic audiences.
Yeah, the reactions have been really incredible, and from very quickly on, the people they seem to relax. There's an audible thing. You've heard it yourself in the rooms where there's just this kind of, wow, this is really, there's something cooking here. There's a thing that it's like we're all kind of throwing stuff into a pot, and people are kind of responding to it.
It's incredible, it's incredibly educational and humbling as well. So no, I'm loving it. I just want to keep going. Oh, saved by the bell.